Somebody's going to recognize you, but it's not somebody that you've met. This is like a soul recognition. Like somebody is going to see you, and it's giving this energy of like you complete their world. Like they are financially and just success wise, they do just fine in life. And this could be masculine or feminine energy that's coming in. No gender in tarot, because we have both, right? We have feminine and masculine energy. So this could be either. And they see you as somebody who has it all as well. And I think that that's why your energy is going to be so attractive. On top of the fact that there's like this kind of soul recognition, it's like attracts like. Like you have gotten to a point in your life where you handle your business, you are content being alone, you take care of yourself, you have everything you need and you don't need anything outside of yourself. And so you are not a person who seeks external validation. And maybe you resonate with like someone who's been single for a really long time. So this might really catch you off guard, but there's going to be like a resonance of like truth in this connection. You know, you're going to feel it too. Yeah. Star, this is going to be like a wish come true. Like something that when you were maybe younger, like you wished for, you know, maybe you wanted this, you know, fairy tale romance, and, you know, maybe you have gone through quite a bit of difficulty in life. You know, a lot of people masking, and then maybe also you were wearing a mask because you really hadn't stepped into your true authentic self. And I'm just getting that this is something that maybe you had given up on, but like you made a wish, you wished upon that star. And I think that you really thrive in being alone and having it all and not needing anything outside of yourself. But there is that energy of this is something that would make you really happy. Might be blending families. Yeah. Ace of Cups. Somebody's going to offer you a pearl. Maybe. Maybe you're going to go to the beach with this person. Maybe there's just an element of a very sweet and kind offer. Somebody really wants to offer you a gesture. Maybe you get compliments from this person when you meet them, and that's kind of what breaks the ice. Yeah, but with the High Priestess, you're intuitively going to know that this is your person. You're going to see. You're going to see. Maybe you also recognize this person right off. Yeah, 3 of Wands. Like, I feel like it's this energy of like you are content and happy on your own, but you've always like been willing to entertain something if the right person were to come into your life. And so you've been willing to wait for the right person versus seeking something. Yeah, you want something that's going to be solid, like a solid commitment, not something that is flighty or inconsistent. Like you want something like you are content alone. But if the right person were to come along and really offer you something, that would be your 10 of Pentacles, right? We have the 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, you're willing to, yeah, Empress, like you are in your very like receptive energy, and you have an energy about you that is, you get a lot of attention, but I'm just getting that maybe you've had a lot of people try to siphon your energy in the past, or maybe your energy felt really attractive to people. My stomach was growling. So maybe like people who were like starved for affection and attention were really drawn to your energy because you have a very nurturing presence. people feel like it's almost like you can recharge people, like help people like renew just by being around you. Like you make people feel good. But you've also closed out a massive like chapter in your life where you were overgiving to people. You were not somebody who gives so freely anymore. You're very discerning with who gets your time and energy. Yeah, you with the Seven of Cups, this is like the third time we've seen it. So you like, and they have their eyes closed. So you are not like actively like looking for anything, and maybe you've really just kind of closed yourself off. You've limited access to yourself because you started to recognize the people who wanted your energy but weren't giving back in return. Yeah, we're the Three of Wands again. So you're waiting for someone who's also going to show up and be able to reciprocate and give back to you. Knight of Swords. And maybe you're really waiting for somebody who feels like they're very honest and come from like a place of integrity. And with the Magician here. Yeah, you've been manifesting something that you've never experienced before. Yeah, the Six of Swords. You've moved on from things that were problematic and toxic and, you know, energy siphons. You know, you are in a place right now where you've moved on from that and you're only willing to accept something that is going to give back. Yeah, Emperor in reverse. Like you used to have people who didn't show up for you in such a way that you needed, but they weren't showing up for themselves. And when you were accepting those parts and what other people had to give you, which was the bare minimum, if that, like you had to get to a point where you were showing up for yourself, because in how we treat ourselves is what we attract, or what we also show people how they can treat us. And so if you were not demonstrating strong boundaries with yourself and being honest with yourself and coming from a place of integrity around your own boundaries, your own energy and your time, then you were attracting people who were just wanting to take from you and were not showing up for themselves. So you really had to learn how to show up for yourself in order to be in an energy to attract this kind of love. Yep, there it is, the Two of Cups. And it's almost like this yin yang kind of like energy, where you had to meet yourself. Like you had to explore your shadow. You had to embrace your shadow, and you had to get to a point where you were good with yourself in order to be ready for this. And yeah, there it is, the King of Cups. Yeah, you have somebody coming in. And it's not going to be something that causes heartache and pain because your boundaries are strong. Red flags are deal breakers. You're no longer accepting the bare minimum because you value your peace and you've worked really hard to get to where you're at. And so you just assume like if somebody cannot add value to your life, then you're good. You're good. You're good on your own. So yeah, you have something coming in.